Over the last 2 weeks in Japan, I've been taking instant film pictures. And well, today... So I'm back at my hometown in Japan. This is called Kimitsu in Chiba, which is a part next to Tokyo, just on the right hand side. Yeah, this is my grandma's house. Let's go check it out. Growing up in Australia, I haven't really had the opportunity to live here, but I have been here for like extended periods of time, and I guess because I've been growing up coming back here, there's a lot of memories attached to this whole area. So I personally wanted to create a little collection of images of this place, and I thought, why not share it with you guys on YouTube, the whole process, and yeah, I guess how these images turn out. So for today's photos, I thought it'd be very fun to use instant film because it's such a playful and instant approach to photography. Now, as much as I'd love to shoot color Polaroid, I actually ran out and I'm left with black and white. So I thought this would be an interesting opportunity to shoot it in this kind of scenario. I'm very fond of this first area here. This is the outside of the house. We've got like this seating spot here, which me and my sister, we used to sit out here and just like eat food and just chill in the sun a lot. It's very nice. We have a couple of rooms in here with the living room and like the kitchen. And yeah, we have these paper walls, which I think are really pretty. And because at this time of the morning, which is about 11 o'clock, there's a lot of dynamic light that's going on. Now, if this will translate well into Instax film, I'm not too sure, but we'll just have to try it out and see what happens.それ行く？うん、OK。ちょっと動画作ってる。入る？入ったよ。見て、これ今撮ったの。よくな、わお、よくなってるね。黒白で。
本当だ。やっぱり柔らかいね。うん。コントラストがハイコントラストじゃない。じゃないよね。
これハイコントラストしいんだけど、やっぱりポラロイドですごいいいよね。Man, this is quite nice. It's actually very grainy as well. This is how the image turned out. It's still developing, it'll take a couple of minutes, but the contrast is kicking in, and as you can see, all the details are just so beautiful. Now throughout the garden, my grandma's done this like kind of cute thing where she has plastic plates and she's created like garden beds with it, like the side of the garden beds. Yeah, I think it's really cute, so I thought may as well take a photo of this because, well, it's just always been like that, and I've never really thought about it until my last trip when my mum pointed it out. Yes. The play picture I took just now is also coming out pretty nice. The picture itself is nothing special, but I think the meaning behind it holds something to me. Just what my grandma's done, you know. It's just interesting. Hi.
はい、そうそう。
こういう感じか？
ありがとう。
いや、ありがとう。This light up here is very important to me. I feel like every time I come here, I stay in the room next door. So every time I walk out and down these stairs, like this light's always here, and I really appreciate how it's so warm. It gives this little setting here perfect little view. Anyway, I'm gonna take a photo of it. So this is the room that I stay in all the time. It's like a nice tatami mat sort of situation, and there's this view of like the street, and it's nothing special, but to me this street is, every time I come back, it's like nice to see it. It's just a plain old street. All the streets in this whole block, they all look the same, but this is my street. I'm just looking now, but there's this really big power pole with like 100 cables coming out of it, and the sun's setting a bit now, so there's like nice tones in the sky, but of course we're shooting in black and white, so that might translate, but I'm not really sure. Anyways, I want to take a picture of this whole surrounding and maybe include a bit of the door frame here because I love the paper frames. Ooh, it's a very good shot. What I'm trying to do here is just get a little bit of the paper shade with the light coming through it, and then also capture the whole wall and then frame the street inside of this miniature frame. I call this sub-framing. I do this a lot with my photography, and I think it gives a lot of context to your image. I think this scene looks quite lovely, especially with all this light pulling in on the side. This I do really like. I think shooting instant film is probably the best way to capture real memories, because with film, what you do is the film is there, you take the picture, and the film is there with you in that moment when you take the picture. But it takes a couple of, I don't know, days for it to develop and you get your images back. While these ones, they form the memory practically right in front of your eyes. So holding this as it develops is really something special, because I'm literally looking at what I shot right now. And the beauty about these instant film images is that they're not perfect. Your highlights are always overblown, your shadows are a bit too dark. Sometimes you have to take a second picture because it's just that bad. But I think the best thing about this is it just captures a soft memory, a little physical reminder of my time here in Japan. Anyways, I've got a couple more images to take, and the sun's setting a little bit, but I'm thinking, instead of shooting a bit more in the house, why don't we go around the neighborhood and I'll shoot a couple more images just around here. Not too sure where to go. Might head to maybe my favorite park. It's got a nice view. Some stuff is just around the corner from here. So, let's head there. MR2 is always in the area, and I think it's called a MRS, but I've been taking a lot of images of cars around here, and this is like the perfect opportunity to shoot another car. I'll show you guys some of the other images I've taken, but this one, it's always in the area, so I'll take a pic. Konnichiwa. かっこいいですね。いつもいますよね。そうですね。So the bridge that I'm on now, it's just around the corner from my house, and from this bridge you can actually see Mount Fuji on a very clear day. Now today it's not so clear, but you can just make out the shape of Mount Fuji, and yeah, I think it's really beautiful. It really shows how small Japan really is. Tokyo itself is very cramped, but then Japan itself isn't that large either. So being able to see Fujisan from here is very interesting. I had just like one single car in the frame and the whole road was empty. So yeah, maybe that was a good shot. I'm not sure, but the sun's setting, so let's keep moving on and we can chat about this image in a sec. So this park here is actually, I'm not even sure what it's called, but this is my neighborhood park, and it kind of stretches along maybe 1 kilometer just that way. There's like a little riverbed that stretches through the whole thing, and yeah, as a kid I'd always come here, play in the water. There'd be so many mozzies and stuff though, it'd be kind of gross, but as a kid you don't really care about that. And this is like the end of the park right here where there's a big pool, and inside there are koi fish, and usually this area when it's sunny is very, very pretty. I mean, it's still pretty right now, but yeah. I was here earlier this year in March, which is springtime in Japan, and this whole park is just full of sakura trees, the cherry blossom trees. And yeah, it's just such a beautiful sight. So I have one image left on the Polaroid, and I'm not too sure what I want to shoot exactly, but I think I'm going to take a reflection shot of the pond itself just over there. This is quite nice actually. Taking 10 images here, and yeah, this is the last one. So let's chat about the last few pictures that are taken. I'm sorry about the noise as well. There's two birds making some crazy sounds. They're just having a chat. Guys, firstly, this is the car image right here, and it looks amazing. I didn't want to talk about the photo on the street because there's a few people walking around, and I don't know, it's kind of awkward. Anyway, the picture turned out a lot nicer than I thought it would. There's just some really nice black and white tones in this image. I framed it so the car's in the center, and it looks just very clean, classic car shot with the tail light and the corner of the car. Like, you know how it is, it's pretty nice. And so this car, it's always just been around in the neighborhood. As a kid walking past it, I'm always like, wow, this is really cool, because it's, I don't know, bright yellow and it's a sports car. So yeah, it's cool to have this in an instant film picture here. Now secondly, this is that picture from on the bridge, and it's a little bit dark, to be honest. As I shot it, one of the cars went past, but to be honest, you can't even really see it because it's quite dark. Yeah, not everything comes out well, I guess. This is one of them. Now the third and last picture, it's still developing, but you can tell that the blacks are getting a little darker already, and yeah, I've already can tell that this is a little bit too dark as well. Unfortunately, this is just something that you have to go through with instant film. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here, and if you are interested in how I took these images, I made a whole video on it, so you can check that out just wherever it is. And I'm going to head off, have some dinner, and enjoy the rest of my day. Hope you do as well. See ya. Peace.